so that's what SMG mean?
All right, man, we back today. We got some extra special shit going on today, man. Got my brother Herb in here, and
Hey.
yeah, man, and we could do something different today, bro. This is gonna be more in line of my real passions in life, not just gaming. Everything ain't about gaming. Everything ain't about Big Mike do different shit. Okay, so we got Herb in here to discuss sports, different aspects of streaming because he got questions for me in regards to how I feel because I worked with you before, right? We did
Yeah,
the
we definitely work together. So it's ironic. It's funny because you hopped on my podcast. You feel me? Because I remember when I first started the podcast and I had an idea to reach out to a whole bunch of up and coming black gamers who were looking to hop on Twitch, become Twitch partners, just the whole nine before it became this mega machine that it is today. Right? Like you and other people that I talked to were visionaries. You saw where this was going. And I remember you telling me and this is why I always give you respect and I always show you love is because a lot of people say, yeah, I want to put myself out there. I want to be a content creator. I want to be a gaming streamer. And a lot of people don't do it. And I just
yeah.
showed up one day and I saw Tower Talk. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga Mike really did it. Now shout
Yeah.
out to Mike.
Nah, bro, and I give a lot of credit to you. Nah, and I'm not just saying this, bro. This not no bullshit. But before I did your shit, I was thinking about it, and remember I talked to you about it. But being on your show kind of gave me that extra push. Like, yeah, I could do this. Like, I like being behind the mic, kind of talking a little shit and just getting shit off my chest, and I could see myself running it on the mic. And that happened after I talked to you. So and did that whole thing. So I really want to say thank you, bro. I don't know if I ever did that, but that was really that extra push to where like, yeah, I think I could do this shit for real.
Nah, I don't want to say thank you too because and it's just cool because I mean we did that episode at 20. That's when I first started. Or
That's
I'll
crazy.
say that. Let me take it all right. So people who are not familiar with me, you feel me? Because I know you got your own crew on here.
Hmm.
Shout out to Tower Talk, the whole collective, right? So I've always had the vision to make a podcast. And I actually had a podcast with the people that have a podcast today, and the podcast is the Couch Rose podcast. It's been going for a long time. But back then, it was in 2012. So podcast wasn't a thing. You feel me? You didn't even understand that concept. That was not a thing.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a podcast to us back then. We were actually on this website where you could call in and have your own live radio show. And we had our
Oh
own
shit.
sports show
Shit didn't even have a
live.
name yet.
It didn't even have a name. It was actually my homeboy's idea because he's a Dolphins fan. So it was actually called Fin Out of Water. So we had a weekly
Mm.
football show. You feel me? That was the foundation of what we do now. The Couch Bros podcast. Like everything changed. You feel me? It wasn't as accessible, but it was just something cool. And I knew I always wanted to do it. And this speaks to what you just said. I spent the next 8 years saying I'm gonna start a podcast. 7 years. I'm gonna start a podcast, and I never got around to it. So I still kick myself in the butt because
But
I
not
had the
getting on it
vision.
earlier.
Exactly. Now it's so saturated. This market is out of control. I blink my eyes and there's another 100 podcasts out in the world. Bro.
Absolutely. That's why I got partners in different friend groups that see me doing this shit now and be like, Mike, let's do something. Mike, let's do something. But when they come to me with the ideas, it's like, bro, you got to come at me with something better than that. You know what I'm saying? We got to think tank for a niche. You need a niche, bro. And not just
That
any
is
niche. You
100%.
need a refined niche within a niche, if that makes sense. Like, don't come at me saying, yo, let's talk about this. Let's talk about some Twitter shit. Let's talk about relationships. Like, nah, bro. Even with the gaming shit, I tried to make it on some nigga gaming shit. Honestly, yo, every day, what do niggas think about certain shit? Gaming podcasts. It ain't just no, hey, let's get hop on this bitch and talk about games and tech and shows and shit. I don't want to be that generic. Like you say, you got to make yourself stand out in some type of way. Uh,
It's all
eh,
because the thing is, and you 100% right, because that's what I used to stress to my co-host. You feel me? Because I used to tell him, I was like, bro, if we have any chance of making it, we have to make this shit so unique. Like, I think one of the things that people who make a podcast and myself included, obviously I'm not a big podcast. We're not there yet. And I say yet because I see
And
the
y'all
difference. So
should
I
be.
always say yet.
Y'all niggas, y'all one of my automatic clicks of the week, bro. When I see y'all upload, I mean, especially lately, let me not lie. Within like the last month or two or so, I've been tapped in, bro. Especially like those
Nah,
last
you want to
three.
know why? No, no,
Yeah.
no. Go ahead. My bad. Cut you off.
Nah,
Go
you
ahead.
good,
Go
you
ahead.
good, go ahead.
Look, I would say you want to know why? Because I finally invested in the podcast the way it was supposed to be invested. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like I told my dogs, I'm like, listen, how are people gonna take us serious if we don't take this serious, right? So we all put in money. We got these fancy mics, like you see it, like this shit. You
I
know what
hear
I'm
it.
saying? And
I hear it.
yeah, and you hear the audio quality. Just that alone made it a better podcast because
For sure.
you don't hear no janky static. You don't hear none of that shit. It sounds professional. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people appreciate something that sounds professional. And that already gave us a head start. And with that, we already seeing the numbers going up every single week. So yeah.
And deserve it's a great listen, bro. And I'll say this. You say you wish you would have started 8 years ago or so, but bro, it really sounds like you've been at it for 8 years or so. Like, bro, you be quarterbacking the fuck out that shit. I ain't just saying that, bro. Like, you really be in control and directing that bitch. You really the point guard on that podcast shit, bro. For real.
Nah, real talk. You want to know why? Like, you feel me? This go see. I don't want to be also.
Nah, go
Cause I'm
ahead.
gonna be literally. I don't want to be just throwing compliments back and forth because sometimes I'll be watching Tower Talk. Cause listen, you're not gonna get better if you don't take pieces from other things,
For
right?
sure.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Because nobody knows everything.
Hmm.
So you resources. If you have a friend of yours that's doing something similar to you, that should be the first person that you could look at if you think they're dope. And I'd be like, yeah, Mike, because you is different. Like, I just got to control two niggas that I've known for my whole life.
Bro.
I know where to go. You got six niggas or five
Bro,
niggas.
listen. Oh my God. It took time, bro. I ain't gonna say this shit is easy. I ain't gonna say it took time. You gotta learn each nigga. You gotta have some time, bro. It was about 2 months straight where after every show, I was like, bro, listen, we're not even gonna wait to say this is what we could improve on. This is what, like, no, after every show, we like, bro, we need to do this better, we need to do that better. Yo, when niggas is talking, shut the fuck up. You really gotta run it, bro. It's definitely a process and not something that's natural, but it's dope because when people might watch you, might think it's natural. It ain't like you.
It's
I
not.
watch you
It's
do that
not.
shit. I'm like, bro, this nigga has been doing this shit for like this nigga he got it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, and it's a fine line too, because like I'll be insider, right? Like me, I'm very transparent or
Yeah,
whatever. So I'm gonna give up game. And me and the one of the co-hosts, his name is Gerson. You know what I'm saying? He's very opinionated. He has his own, like he's his own person, right?
yeah.
And and we had fights. Like it was one time, bro. Like we were recording, we got done recording, bro. And I'm very low. I'm very chill. Like
Yeah.
I'm very. It takes a lot to get me.
For to get to
I
that
told
point,
that nigga,
it must be real.
yeah. I told that nigga, bro, get the fuck out of my motherfucking house, bro. I can't
Damn.
stand that nigga, bro. And the reason why is because you know what I'm saying? Like, I saw how much I put into it, and it used to bother me that I didn't feel like he was putting the same. Like, you just showing up. This shit is not easy.
Man,
Like,
listen.
we make it look easy, but it's not easy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, just to the finest detail. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of just always having that smoke with him, I use that as an opportunity to make it better contact. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be mad at that person because I got to look at value of what he brings, right? And then and that's why it's been better because now I understand that his role on the show is to be the person that don't know shit because he's gonna ask a question that somebody that doesn't know shit
And
is
the
gonna ask.
dynamic is perfect, bro. That's what I was talking about just now. Like the dynamic. It was you, and is he the one that was with you and what's the girl name? Wait, don't even tell me, bro. Don't even tell me.
Oh,
Mimi
that was me and him. It was me and Mimi. Yeah, yeah. It was me, him,
and
and Mimi.
him.
Yes, yes,
That's how I know who you was talking about, bro. Because that
exactly.
dynamic of him just saying whatever the fuck he want to say, not even like, you know what I'm saying? Because you could tell he one of them niggas like, bro, I'm gonna say what's on my mind. This is how I feel about certain shit, and you kind of had to, not had to, but I could tell that it was certain shit he would say, and you was like, but you would find a way to kind of like, you was a professional of like the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
need
bro. You
that
gotta rein them
dichotomy is
in.
perfect though, bro.
Exactly. You got to learn how to rein them in, but at the same time, you got to let them be expressive too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
I told him like, there's another thing, like another part of giving it up game, right? Like these little things are baby steps, right? So we were trying to reach out to producers to try to take the podcast to the
Okay.
next level, right? And
Reaching
guys,
out
I'm
to
sorry to
producers.
people
That's
who's
fly.
listening. This is very inside. I know y'all came for a show. We just, but
Nah, bro.
me
I
and
mean,
Mike, we
hey.
haven't had time to catch up. Yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't had time to catch up like this. And you know what I'm saying? I want to use this opportunity to talk because there's a lot of things that go into this behind the scenes, right? So
Mhm.
we were reaching out to producers, right? And we found a producer, and he was like, "Yeah, I like the show, like you, and I like your other co-host Rod. But for me to work with you guys, Gerson got to go." And I told him straight up. I said, "Bro, there's no Couch Bros without him.
There you go.
We could make a whole different show, but
Yeah.
if you want the Couch Bros, it's us.
And
That's
it
like if
gotta
you
be,
go
and
to
you're absolutely right, because I was gonna go to Rod next. Like, it's definitely three different energies, bro. He come in, he got the energy, the upbeat. You and him probably see more of the, but he coming at it from a different angle. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
y'all energy is made in heaven, bro. For real. Perfect match.
Nah, I appreciate that, dog. I
And
appreciate that,
real
and
shit,
that's
bro.
just
Y'all need to make Mimi permanent, bro. She add a whole nother y'all four, bro. Oh my god, like she add the
I would love
perfect like.
to. I would love because she's very well balanced, but at the same time, like that's the one thing a man can never ever speak what a woman can speak. Like no matter how much you think you know a woman, like their
Mm-hmm.
perspective is so different because they live a completely 24/7 life that they
For
just
sure.
bring something unique that we can never add. And I
Mm-hmm.
told her all the time, like as soon as the episode dropped, people been texting me, "Yo, I fuck with Mimi."
Oh
I
yeah,
sent her that. I told her, I was like, Mimi, you might as well just become a professional sex
yeah.
talker or some shit like that. Again, be
Real
on a
shit. Nah, real shit.
call line or some shit, bro.
Nah, but just her opinion on her perspective on many different shit though. She gonna give it up, but she don't get tight about certain shit, and that's fly as
Exactly.
hell.
Exactly.
You know, being in
Exactly.
there with a bunch of niggas, hey, she holding on, she getting her shit off, but she's listening too, bro. And not even with just women, bro. Honestly, that's hard to find in people these days. For real. Somebody that don't agree with what you're saying, but can keep their composure and still get their shit off in a cool respect. You know what I'm saying? That's not your, but that's your homegirl. I'm about to say that's not your homeboy. So that is your homegirl, but you know what I'm saying? Like somebody
But
that could
even if
really give it up.
no, but the dope thing about her, even if we wasn't cool, she would be that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Which is why we got to the point that we cool now. You feel me? Because I respected that from when I met her.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm We wasn't tight like we are now. You know what I'm saying? I met her in 2018. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we just been linked in like that because that's the type of person is, the type of person she is, and I just always respected it, dog. But listen, bro, I appreciate that because you as a content creator, I'm a content creator. There's a point in time where you're just like, bro, is this shit even worth it, dog? Like,
Listen, bro. I got you know how I don't know if you probably do. You if you listen to podcasts the way I do. I be at work. I pass time listening to podcasts and listening to shows. I go on YouTube. I watch skip them, and listen to podcasts. Y'all want to like four or five, because I done added some since the Saints we extra lit now. I done added a couple like local
okay,
Saints niggas to the
you got
mix.
the face podcast.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
But y'all definitely in the mix, bro. When I could listen to something, it's just like genuinely start laughing while I'm listening to something, bro. That's some good shit, dog. That's hard to find, honestly.
That's what brought me back. You know what I'm saying? That's what brought me back, and that's what you feel me made me go harder. You know what I'm saying? Now, and again, it's hard because I was being consistent as far as dropping little links, little video
Yeah,
clips, but life happens, dog.
for
But you
sure.
know what I'm saying? That right there, that conversation is just more confidence that what we were doing, me and you both, what we're doing we got to keep doing it because the content is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped
That's
giving a fuck about who
bro.
listens.
Listen,
I stopped giving a fuck about trying to be the number one podcast in the world. I just want to make it as good as it could be every single episode. I know whatever comes with it's gonna come.
and here's the thing: when me and you, I think we got the same type of vision, and we want the same type of audience and the same type of listeners, and we want to collab with the same type of people. I could kind of see that with you. And the thing about that, when you're trying to grow so in a like in a
Organically,
natural way, organically like
organic,
that, consistency is the main thing. Because
100.
like I understand marketing and promo, super important. super important. But that's my biggest flaw, just because it's only a certain point I'm gonna go to with it till it kind of becomes corny to me. In a way, I don't want to say corny is probably not the right word, but just kind of doing too much. Like my work is always gonna have to supersede my marketing and my promo. That's just the way. That's
100%.
that's gonna
Same
have to be
thing.
the formula for me. Because there's
Same
some
thing.
people like you call it hating or whatever, bro. I really don't care at this point, bro. The content it really it's there, but it's not there. You feel me? But they go so hard with the promo. They go so hard with the clips. They go so hard with the marketing, bro. That nigga, you eventually like, okay, damn, I'm gonna click. Some shit gonna sit. You throw it. Listen. You throw enough shit at the wall, bro. Eventually, some of it gonna stick. Some of it gonna slide down. Some of the shit gonna stick on the wall, bro.
That's
Eventually.
fact. That's
So
facts.
so you throw something in people face enough, like, bro, they gonna click. That's why I wish I could get half of that to where like, bro, being on it with the clips, being on it with the promo and all that. Just I wish I could, bro. I try, I do. Sometimes I think about it, and then a week ago, and I don't post nothing, and I'm like, okay, fuck. But I'm on Twitter all
Nigga,
fucking
we
day,
got
so it's not like I
bro.
ain't got the time
I
or
got a
nothing.
6-month-year-old, bro. I can't, bro.
I hear
This
you.
would never be more important than and you a father too, so this would
Yeah,
never be more important than that. And I
and I'm
can't
really not,
pay
bro.
the bill.
That was my little sister, bro. I'll be trolling.
This nigga, man, got me. This nigga, dog. This man, bro. But yeah, if you ever become father, you know what I'm
hmm
saying. If it is in the cards for you, bro, that's 100%. Then number two, I got to pay bills, bro. I got to go to work. So
Of
if there's
course,
no bills, there's no podcast, bro. Because this
of
is,
course.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
What you think we finna be doing a podcast on I-95 or
I hear
I-10,
you.
bro? Like no,
I hear you.
no, bro. So, but at the end of the day, as long as we drop the episodes, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Giving the people what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because you know.
But bro, no. Let me be a real nigga real quick, bro. Let me be a real nigga real quick, bro.
Go ahead.
Put that shit out there, bro. As you go hard, I know you got a lot of shit going on, bro. I know, and of course, you a father, bro, with a
Yes,
newborn. So I
yes,
couldn't even
sir.
imagine. But me, just from my perspective, and because I did some self soul searching one day. It was not that deep, but I looked at myself in the mirror, and I'm like,
Right?
okay, I go to work like a motherfucker. Some days I'm out there 12 hours, whatever. Uh, I do a few different shit, but bro, at the end of the day, sometimes I'm laying down for 2 hours scrolling on Twitter, scrolling on the internet, fucking around, laying down, half watching a game that I'm not really paying attention to, doing all kind of other shit. I'm be like, bro, I could spend this time putting into my craft, getting right, bro. That's just how I look at it.
Fact,
Like, I could say
fact.
I ain't got time or I'm tired, but I spend so much time doing bullshit that I really can't say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really can't. If I spent half of that time making videos, editing, because that's the shit I hate to do, that shit feel like work to me. Ain't nothing fun about editing,
That's
bro.
the
That's my problem.
funny thing. That's the thing about it though. Like, this is the shit I love. I love editing. I
hmm
hate promo. I can't stand it, bro.
Bro,
I don't want to do it. I don't give a fuck.
listen,
I
listen.
literally don't care. Editing, I'll do that all day. You can send me your clips. I will edit your shit for free. I
Hey,
love editing, bro.
and you know what's the worst part? Like you say, we're five niggas, bro. Five niggas. None of them niggas. I'm like, bro, come on. We're five niggas, bro. If each one of us post something on each day, something, like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Niggas is not, I'm like, that's to be the frustrating shit to me, bro. I'm like, we five niggas, we ain't putting just nothing. It's like if it ain't me tweeting it, it ain't gonna get tweeted, bro. If it ain't me making it, it ain't gonna get. That's when it gets frustrating, bro. That's what I be having to have the talks about, and it's like, bro, if we all make one video for each workday,
That's it.
huh? We in a mix all week.
But you know
Anyway,
the crazy part though, like you know what? We'll say this. We'll say this off air because I don't, I don't want niggas get and again, our niggas is cool. Like our
of
niggas is
course,
real niggas. They ain't
yeah,
gonna get. But we'll say that shit. We'll have to finish the
yeah,
conversation. But let's get the podcast started though, man.
oh for sure.
So, um, I know I wanted to hit you up, and you said it in the beginning. You said this is different than what you normally do because I know this is primarily about gaming from the black hood nigga perspective,
Yeah,
and I say that in the most gracious way. But what made us, connect first and foremost was our love for sports. We do have a mutual love for sports, primarily football, right? And I know you living in Louisiana, college football is huge. I've fallen out of love with college football, and I have a very valid reason, but it also makes me a hater. So the reason why I don't love college football the way I used to is because I just feel too old. Like, bro, Asante Samuel's son is in the league, bro. Patrick Surtain's son is going into his second year. Like,
You
your
know,
nigga, you know this nigga very well. Joe Horn, Mr. Flip Phone under the goalpost. His
nigga in the
son,
league,
Jason
bro.
Horn, is going to his second year. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy because I'm like, bro, I saw y'all daddies, bro. Like, what the fuck?
You know when I first had that moment, bro, it wasn't with football though, but when that first moment of like, damn, like it's happening, like I'm getting older. When I realized I was, and this was like 10 years ago, when I realized I was older than Kyrie Irving, I was like,
Damn,
ah,
that hurt. That hurt, bro.
that
Like,
was the moment, bro. For that shit to be that specific, like you know it hurt. And that was a long time ago. I was like, I looked up this nigga. I'm like, bro, I know you fucking lying. Like, it's there, bro. Niggas in the league. I'm older than them niggas, bro.
okay,
So
so this is very inside. Like, you really have to know about high school recruiting, or you have to really be an NBA head. When it hit me with OJ Mayo because he was in the same class as
yeah,
2007.
okay.
So when OJ Mayo, can I remember like I used to be heavy on 24/7 sports recruiting. I'm like, OJ Mayo finna be the next Michael Jordan, bro. Y'all don't know. There's a reason why I'm not a draft analyst, bro. I didn't make it that life because
Mm-hmm.
I thought OJ Mayo was gonna be the coldest nigga ever.
Bro.
But when he got when he graduated, and then it was niggas that were under me 2008, I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting old. So that was the one for me. But it really hit me when I saw Asante Samuel's son get drafted by the Chargers. That was hurt. That hurt. Cause I'm like, bro, your daddy just retired like
Yeah, right,
yesterday,
right.
bro. Like,
Nah, for real. For real.
so
That's
that one
crazy.
hurt me, dog. So yeah, bro. So yeah, that one was crazy, dog. But let's take it back to the college football though.
For
So
sure.
I know that, and it's crazy though, and this is I don't know what it is, I guess because of my podcast host. A lot of those episodes that we did a while back, you can't even find them no more. They've been scrubbed off the internet.
That's how you know
Like, them bitches is
you've been at it
outdated.
for a while.
But right,
They
they
had to make
like,
room
nah,
for the new shit.
you don't got enough space. They gotta make room for the new shit. So I do know that the biggest thing that we talked about, and you know what I'm saying, like, because college football, there's a million niggas that we could talk about college football, right? But me and you, we kind of in pause bonded over the fact that we felt that these college athletes weren't getting what they deserved, weren't getting their just due, right?
Mhm.
So, and the funny thing about it, we actually talked about NIL. We talked about the possibilities. We talked about what the landscape would be. We pretty much called everything that's happening
We
right
did,
now,
bro. Crazy.
you know, like verbatim. And ironically, this shit is more chaotic than I could have imagined. And I'm happy because these kids deserved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, think about Reggie Bush. Think about him losing his Heisman because his parents got a house.
Give him his
And
shit back,
it's
by the way.
crazy. What happened?
Say they need to give him his shit back, by the way.
Which is crazy, right?
Crazy.
Crazy, right? But
Nuts.
it's fucking Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush did more for USC than USC could have ever done for him in those
Mm-hmm.
3 years. The money that he generated, the NCAA, the video game that people bought specifically just because he was on the cover,
Yep.
right? Like, that house is not worth his body and his contributions to USC at all. But
1,000.
now you're seeing it, and now you're seeing it fully fledged out. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care for Ron DeSantis at all, but he's one of the people that actually got this shit. And I'm not, and people don't really know, right? So what actually happened with NIL, NCAA wanted to implement it further down the road. They wanted to keep kicking it down keep kicking the
Of
can down the
course.
road.
Postpone
But
that
what
shit.
happened
Postpone,
is
postpone, delay, delay.
exactly. But what happened is a lot of governors, specific states, because they understand how much money and how much money will bring if I had the best recruits coming to a school that was in my state, they wrote legislations to say that it is illegal. So NCAA had no choice but to say, you know what, fuck it. Y'all can have this shit
Yeah.
with no plan, no regulations, no
Yeah, y'all
nothing.
niggas out here with free slaves. We ain't doing that no more.
And now we're here, and I love it. And these fucking coaches are in a motherfucking tizzy, bro.
And that's what I
Nick
love.
Nick Saban has 6 national championships. The minute he lost the ounce of power, this nigga's in his own. Like he gotta act like a bitch, bro. Like, come on,
Man,
dog.
listen, bro. I've always hated Alabama. I had to take a break because Jalen is my little cousin, so I took a break for a couple years, and then coming out of that, I gained a little love with him. I guess because I rooted for Alabama a few games, and after that, I'm seeing how he's standing up when the black shit going on, when bitch ass niggas like Dabo is doing his niggas bad like that. Because I'm a Clemson fan, bro, but I don't had to kind of press pause on that just because I don't fuck with Dabo so hard.
Yeah, for
But
sure. He's a hard person to root for if you're a black or
yeah,
black.
but I look at Nick kind of the way I look at Popovich. I don't like the team. I fuck with him. No, I respect him. I respected Nick, bro. He just seemed like a stand up nigga. Hate him or love his team, but this shit, I'm just like fuck him, bro. He showed his true colors so fucking fast. Uh, and that just go to show what type of bitch ass nigga he is. And I'm happy the nigga didn't last in the NFL, bro. And it kind of show how with grown ass niggas, grown ass men, they ain't respect him in that locker room because they probably just saw straight through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of makes sense when you think
100%.
about it.
Nah, and my issue with Nick, trust me, obviously I have a huge. He's the greatest coach of all time. Like I'm not trying to clown a nigga, but it just shows that a lot of
Yo,
these white coaches, and this is something that you said, and this is something the reason why you don't love LSU. And I don't know if people like you've probably talked about it on your platform, but just to remind the people on my platform, right? You said the reason why you don't love LSU is because you actually went to a couple games and you just saw the energy. You didn't see white people rooting for these black players. You saw white people rooting for black slaves in a way.
oh nah, for
and
real.
they were only as good as they were on the field. If they dropped the ball, if they fumbled, they muffed the punt, you saw who they actually were. They didn't care about the person. They didn't care about his family members. They didn't care about where he came from. They just saw somebody that was doing the bidding to fuel their own fandom.
Yeah,
And it when you taught me that, when you said that and you literally broke it down, it completely changed the way I looked at college too, and which is
yeah.
part of the reason why I fell out of love with it too, right?
hmm
I love professional football because niggas are getting paid first and foremost, and you're not gonna talk to these niggas any kind of way.
That's the thing, bro. Because I was finna say, let's not get it fucked up. That's the case with everything. That's the case with NFL, NBA, all sports, all entertainment. These singers, all these concerts, entertain me, nigga. Period. That's what these white folks are saying. That's what they there for, But the difference comes in, of course, when they, them kids not getting paid. So this shit
Exactly.
just feels different, bro. It feels like slavery, bro. When you over there rooting out of your mind in a fuck, bro. They be in a fever dream, bro. In them stands, bro. The white people be going crazy like they when they
Okay,
could
so give a
after the
visual.
game
Give a
they could see
visual.
one of these kids in a store and they put their hands in their pockets and they scared and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got their jersey on no more.
So, I ain't mean to cut you off, but
You
give a
good?
visual. Because on my podcast it's theater of mine. So take me to a time when you went to an LSU game because that was actually on my bucket list to go to Death Valley, which is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's where
hmm
LSU plays. So you've been there. I'm pretty sure you've been to multiple games. So give me that experience. Set the scene of what it's like, and how
Bro,
did you get to the point that you are right now?
it starts before you're at a game, bro. It starts
Okay.
growing up, seeing all the license plates, everybody getting ready for the game. The only and then it's nastier in Louisiana because the white folks they try to act like they so cool with you, bro. It's not as blatant. I done been everywhere around the South. I done worked in East Texas for the last 10 years. I done been to Mississippi. I done been to Alabama. It's more blatant, I feel like, than in Louisiana. Louisiana, white people, they call themselves coon asses. And a lot of people come to Louisiana and they look at white people. They think they mixed or something. No, they got those dark ass tans because they're in the swamps that sun is hitting off their water and cooking their ass. So a lot of them you can't even tell they white. So they have a certain pride in trying to act like they cool with you, bro. They not. I know these people, bro. I grew up with them. They just as vile. Okay, so growing up, oh yeah, it's LSU, LSU, LSU. These niggas hate niggas, bro. Who can we get to go to LSU? The same niggas that uh that they go to these high school games. Like I say, it start early. They go to these high school games, and I'm hearing them in the back of me call somebody a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then the same breath they say, "Oh, I hope they go to LSU." You know what I'm saying? You don't even value. You feel me? So for real.
That's
So
wild. That is
that's
wild.
vile, bro. That's vile. So
That's
they don't
wild.
value them as people. They value them as entertainment. They value them for what they can do for their free time, watching them play football and get their head beat in. You know what I'm saying? They're commodities, not just to the viewers, but to the school. So you go to the game, and you watching these people. They're going out of their mind, bro. Cheering for these people, loving these people, wanting to take pictures with them after the game. When, like I said, if they saw them at the store after the game from just the back of their head and they got their jersey on, and they saw them reaching for a Snickers in the wrong way, they probably calling the police, bro. So it's just nasty. Cause I'll have niggas that went to LSU and all on LSU dick saying, "Oh, you don't feel that way about Alabama," which I hate Alabama too. But you don't feel that way about these other schools. It's the same thing going over there. Cool, but I just watched it here for all my
Yeah, it's
fucking life,
different.
growing up
It's
here and seeing
different.
how this shit go.
Yeah. It's different. You feel me?
Yeah,
Because that's like, and the reason why it's different because you from there, so you obviously know how they think on a different level. And two, the fact that you're closer to it, it just it. I don't want to speak for you. I would just speak if I had to see it because I'm from South Florida, so there's racism
probably
here
a
because you
lot
have a
of the
lot of
same
people
shit,
that
bro.
yeah yeah, but it's not to that level, right? Because we're
Hmm.
way more multicultural, right? We have a lot of transplants. We have a lot of Hispanics. We
True
have
that.
a lot of Caribbean folk. We have a lot of people that come from all facts of life. So
Gotcha.
the racism is not that deep. But when I do experience racism, when it's from my city, it hurts me because I'm like, bro, you're representing where I'm from, and I don't want people to think that of me and what I represent and how I would.
It's to the point, bro. I expect that of them, and I want to say until they show me different. But what would that be? What would that look like? I don't even know.
It,
I don't know. I
nah,
don't
it
know
would
what.
look.
I
It
don't
would
know
look.
what white allyship looks like, bro.
And the crazy part is like you think you got that even in my situation, right? Because I have friends who I consider allies, but at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, I don't know what you really gonna do.
There you
You
go.
know what I'm saying? So I could only trust you as far as I could throw you, no matter how much I got love for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't feel what I feel. You can't feel this years and centuries of oppression the way I feel it. And at some point, I don't even expect you to. Like
Hmm.
you live a different life. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
and
live.
bro, it's so. I feel like this turned into a different kind of conversation, but this shit gets me going, bro. And it be
Nah,
so
fuck it.
subtle, bro. It be so subtle that even some of the air quotes, I'm air quoting right now, good ones or air quote allies don't even know when they on some fuck ass shit because it's so ingrained into them and into their culture just to be inherently on some racist shit, bro. That they don't even they'll say the slickest shit, not even on purpose. You know what I'm
And
saying?
this is why you. This is me being a pro dog, because I seen
Yeah.
it, bro. This was all coming back to these quote unquote allies who are these college coaches, who you would think would be allies more than anything. All
Hmm.
they are around black athletes, black people. 90% of the time, they're around more black people than they are their own families. That's the life of a college coach.
Yep.
But the minute that you saw NIL put powers in the players who are predominantly black, it put power in their hands. The transfer portal put power in the players' hands, who again are black. You see these people that you think are allies come out saying slick shit. Just like, damn, bro. Like Dabo. Dabo
Fuck.
been wilding off
Fuck that nigga,
rip.
bro. Fuck that nigga, bro. I've been a Clemson fan since like '07, bro. When Ringer and them was over there. So for him to make me just not even like them niggas no more, bro. I don't fuck with him. But yeah, the whole NIL thing that go back to good old Saint Nick, bro. I saw him as not straight up an ally, but as one of the good guys, right? A rider. Like I said, I saw him like I saw Coach Pop. Which who knows, he might be on some bullshit. Like, bro, I don't trust none of these niggas. But I'm just saying, comparatively, that's who I
Mhm.
compared him to. And like I was saying, it's so ingrained that soon as soon as the NIL go live, or soon as the power is in the players' hands and the more freedom they have, they start getting antsy. They start saying shit. They start
They
feeling a
start
certain
saying
type
shit
of way.
like, speaking of Nick Saban, I actually got the quote because Nick Saban has been under fire
Nick
because he was.
Slavin. Come on, man. Come on, man.
so so people who don't know, Nick Saban was, he was at a booster event in Alabama. He was talking to the boosters, right? And this is where all of these coaches get caught slipping, right? They don't realize that just because you with your people doesn't mean that this ain't getting recorded. So
There
the
you go.
way he talked normally, like he talks to his peoples, the boosters, you know what I'm saying? He was just vibing. He was like, you know what, Jimbo, Texas A&M, they bought all them Negroes, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say that. I'm not gonna put that put words in her mouth. But
Nah,
that's
yeah.
essentially what he said, right? So I have a direct quote. So this is from Nick Saban. His college football has always created parity for its players and competition. I think every league has its own, whether the NFL salary cap, whatever. Now, I think NIL is great for the players. They should have the opportunity to make money. I'm fine with all that. And then there's the number one word, but. What do you mean, but? There's no but. You can't say but if we don't maintain some level of parity. We always had the same scholarships. Bro, you've won 6 national championships in 13 years. There's never been parity under your tenureship. The fuck you talk about?
Right.
Hey, so it's just because you don't get the cream of the crop in regards to recruits. Now it's a problem. It's never been parity. It's always been these players getting paid. Instead of it going to somebody, it's going directly to the players. Anybody who's really into college football, they know there's a term. It's called the BM. Not baby mama, guys. Not baby mother. Bag man. It's called the
Okay.
bag man. That's the
Okay.
man that you go to who facilitates everything. What do you think happened to Louisville with Rick Pitino and Adidas? Them dudes are in jail. What do you think? How do you think? How do you think? What's his name? DeAndre Ayton got to Kansas because they gave his mama $180,000 to go to Kansas. Like, what are y'all? This is old. This is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just legal now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's blowing me about all these coaches. Like, y'all know this. This is
Nick
how the
Saban out
get
here
down has
acting
always
holier than
been done
thou, like
now.
niggas just going to Alabama because it's Alabama. No.
It's Alabama. You telling me a nigga like Bryce Young is going to Alabama? Bryce Young is from Southern California. What the fuck
Right.
does Alabama got for
A bag. Hello.
him? Exactly, bro. And shout out if y'all didn't hear my annoying ass fucking dog in the background. Shout out to fucking 50, bro. But
Maybe
yeah,
missing
bro.
my dog, man.
Yeah, Chihuahua, my nigga. Them, oh god, bro, so
Feisty
fucking
as
annoying.
hell. But I want to go back. I
Feisty as
want to go
hell,
back
man.
to what you said earlier about
Go ahead.
how they turned up in front of them boosters, bro. What it is about them, like, bro, it's all secular, bro. It really is. I want to say I hate to compare it to this, but I don't, because it's the same shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. At them Trump rallies, bro, he wouldn't really turn up until he was at one of them rallies. He would say some stupid shit.
Oh,
He
100%.
would say some
100.
off-putting shit. He would say some nasty shit sometimes in front of the regular mics and the cameras. But when he was at them rallies, hey, he unbuttoned a couple of them buttons. He got loose and he got crazy, bro. That's when the wild shit came out at
Cause
them
that
rallies.
crowd gets you hype. Like when you with your crowd and they hyping you up, like you like, man, fuck it, dog. Fuck it,
Yeah,
man. I'm off of that Henny right now, man. I don't
yeah.
give a shit. You know
That's
what I'm
when what's
saying?
his
I'm
name
I'm
started
about
talking this
that
shit
life.
too at their little booster
Yeah.
rally. Who was the coach at A&M?
Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher.
Jimbo. That's when Jimbo started talking
Yeah.
this shit.
Now
So,
Jimbo. So
bro, them
Jimbo
niggas need
came
to just
back.
go ahead and
Like
scrap.
the funniest thing about Jimbo Fisher though is that he literally called his own press conference. Like he was like, "I'm tired of this motherfucker Nick Saban, bro.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
not gonna talk down on me, bro." He went wild on him, dog,
yeah.
and he basically spoke to what I just said in regards to the parody. He was like, and to paraphrase Jimbo Fisher, he was like, "Bro, go look up his past. Look it up. How you think he got all these players to come to Alabama off rip? First year, I think he went 9-5. Next year, he won the national championship. Listen, Nick Saban is great, but I mean, goddamn, bro. Like, think about it. Nick Saban has had so many recruits. Alvin Kamara, who is at worst the third best running back in the league, couldn't even get playing time at Alabama because there was too many people above him.
Yeah.
One of those people was Derrick Henry. He
Yeah.
had Derrick Henry and Alvin Kamara at the same fucking time.
He sure did.
Like, like,
Crazy, bro. Uh,
and
uh,
think about all these players, bro. Alvin Kamara is from, I think, no, Derrick Henry's from Florida. Amari Cooper is from Florida. He's getting people all over the fucking planet, bro. Patrick Surtain is from Florida. And you
yeah,
telling me they gonna say fuck UM, they're gonna say fuck Florida, they're gonna say fuck Florida State, UCF, all these places to go to Alabama?
all right.
How they getting there?
Bag
So
is
it's
bigger.
just the bag is bigger. The bag has always been bigger.
Yeah,
And I just find it to be so annoying, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's only because the power is with us now. And I'm saying us because when I see these niggas getting the bag, I feel like I'm getting
for sure.
and it rubs us the wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I do have an issue with the transfer. I kind of go back and forth with so transfer portal. I want to get your opinion before I go ahead and kick my game.
Man, listen, bro. I'm in favor, and me and my partner, we both ran track for the same school. He went pro and all that, so he got all the perspectives of the whole shit, right? And we done went back and forth about the transfer portal a couple times. He's against it. I'm for it, just cause I just make it simple, bro. Whatever puts more power in these young kids' hands, bro, I'm for it. I'm for it. I see how I could fuck up certain shit. I see how it could kind of be used in the wrong way. It can be abused. Uh I could see that. But at the end of the day, hey man, whatever puts more power in these kids' hands, I'm for it. I think it should be tweaked uh a bit, put up maybe a couple more sanctions in place to make it just less wild westish. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, hey man, let them niggas rock. Fuck them schools. Go where you want. Do what's best for you. That's how I look at it.
See, I'm with you. I'm with you. So ultimately, I'm on the side of the transfer portal. Like my only issue, and I have one issue with the transfer portal. I feel like it should just have a right, but this is the problem, and this is where there is a contradiction. Ultimately, I can't even have an issue with having a window as well because what do they always say that these athletes are? First and foremost, student.
Students. Yeah.
They're student athletes. I know me as a student, I'm in college right now. I could just say, you know what? I don't feel like going here no more. Uh, what can I transfer? What credits can I transfer? And when can I start? If they're students, they should be able to do the same
And
shit.
you can get the fuck up out of it and you ain't gotta sit down from learning for no fucking year. You just
Exactly.
go right to
So
another school.
the fact that there was a penalty because before, which is why nobody did the transfer, because if you did transfer, you had to sit for a year. Who the fuck is gonna waste a year of their prime
Exactly.
and just behind somebody else? Right. If you cool with sacrificing your scholarship, you should have the right that every other student at that fucking school should have. So on one hand, yes, I understand that, and I don't even care about fucking shit up. That is for these coaches to figure out.
Figure it out, nigga.
These are 7-figure
Yeah.
motherfuckers. Y'all figure it out. I don't care. Don't cry to me. Don't say it makes my job harder. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Stop one. Figure it out. If if you're cool with sacrificing your scholarship, and that's on you, right? And matter of fact, I think I got some stats, some shit right now where I think only 54% of football players actually enter the transfer portal, which is a lot because there's a lot of fucking schools.
And I
But
think
listen,
most of
that's
that, bro,
something
I
else.
think most of that comes from like the mid major and JUCO niggas, huh? I don't think that's at the high. It is going on a lot on like the high level D1 shit, but a lot of those be at on like a lower level, right? Gotta be.
Yeah, so I got all the numbers. Now I don't want to because it doesn't make for good listening to literally just
Mm-hmm.
ramble on a bunch of numbers. But to give an example, right? And we'll just talk about the SEC. We'll talk about the SEC and yeah, fuck it, just the SEC because obviously the SEC is the most important conference in college football at the moment. So 70% of people who entered the transfer portal found new schools. 48.8% committed to a Power Five school. 36% committed to a G5 school. 15% went to a D3 or FCS school, and only 49 remain in the portal. That's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. And one of the things that people will always say is, "Oh, if you enter the transfer portal, you might not find a place." There's plenty of places to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like I think
Find a
people just
landing
think
spot.
about Power Five. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna find a landing spot. There's only 49 that remain. 49 remain out of the entire SEC.
Bro, think
Like
about the Pat
73.
think about the Pratt that the nigga like Cam Newton had, bro. Niggas just think about the Auburn Cam Newton. Nah, this nigga was at Florida, fucked up, went to was that school in Texas? Hearn,
He
whatever
went
the
to
fuck.
some D2. I don't remember what it was, but I know he went
That
to a D. He went to a JUCO.
that school around Houston, went to that JUCO, then went to you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of kids with that type of story. It might not be on the fuck up side of things, but I know a couple kids mentally they wasn't there, bro. Underperformed, got put on the second, third string, and was like, all right, cool, I'm out of here. Got their mind right, went to a JUCO, went to another school, hooped, transferred again, up out of there, went to a bigger school, went to the league, bro. You gotta maneuver around that shit, and that's what I like about it, the maneuverability around this shit. It's a lot of guys we probably would have never heard of if the transfer portal ain't been working like it been working these last couple of years, bro. They wouldn't even have
100%.
the opportunity.
Think about it, right? And this is one of the arguments that people will always say. They'll be like, "Oh, don't think about the outliers. You got to think about the majority." I don't give a fuck about the majority. Actually, I do, but
Right.
I don't want it to come out that wrong that way. But at the end of the day, you're saying don't think about the outliers. That's the whole point. Is the outliers.
If
Think
we
about
talking
it.
about the
Joe
majority that
Burrow.
matters, bro, the majority is staying where they at. They're not even going in the transfer portal. We
Exactly.
talking about the majority.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Think about the outliers. Think about the careers that we wouldn't have seen if it wasn't for the transfer portal and the new
Yep.
rules. We wouldn't have had that 2019 season with Joe Burrow. Newsflash, he was at Ohio State. For whatever reason, they thought that for whatever reason,
Great
that
point.
coach said that who was and he just passed. All right, rest in peace.
Dwayne
But
Haskins.
the coach of Ohio State said that Joe Burrow was not a better quarterback than Dwayne Haskins. How ridiculous does that sound?
Yeah.
Right? And not to be rude, obviously it's not take away.
And
We
at the
know he
time, he
passed, but
probably
we just
wasn't.
gotta. Yeah.
But that's an example of a nigga that went get his mind right, got right, went to another school because he's like, hey, I'm better than this. Instead of sitting behind a nigga for 3 years, bro,
But
rotting on
we
the bench.
just seen it when it comes to the wide receiver room. Jamison Williams, Alabama. He couldn't beat Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson. He went to Alabama and he became a better wide receiver. If he didn't get hurt, he would have been the first wide receiver drafted.
Yeah.
Like, think about Baker Mayfield. Yes, we know what Baker Mayfield is in the NFL now, but he went on to win a Heisman Trophy.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts went from, if he stayed at Alabama, he wouldn't even got drafted.
Yep.
He went to Oklahoma and became a second round pick. Like, yes, the outliers matter.
Yeah.
So it matters. Like
And it's
some
probably
think
a
about
lot.
this.
There's so many more stories on a smaller level, but just success stories than the ones you naming right now, bro. I feel like it's not so much of an outlier as we think it is. I feel like it happens a
It's
lot.
not. It's not.
So
Justin Fields, Kirby Smart thought that the white boy was a better quarterback than Justin Fields. Justin
yeah.
Fields said, "Fuck you, I'm going to Ohio State." Like, there's so many examples that I could give you, right? So don't use the argument, "Oh, those are just the outliers." Yes, it has to be an opportunity to create more outliers. Look how many people I just named recently, just off the top. That's
Mm-hmm.
not one or two or three. There's a lot of people, so there's a lot of value. The only thing is I feel like there should be a time window, but at the same time, if you say they are students and they're student first, athlete second, then they should have the same rules and freedoms that every single
You know what,
student
bro?
has.
That's a great point. I never even thought about that before. I never heard that point before either. So that's some good shit right there. I
And
didn't,
that's the point that they never want to make, right? They
yeah,
never want to acknowledge. They only acknowledge that they're students when it's convenient, right? So, like, I hear a lot of people in regards to the NIL. We'll take it back to NIL, but not gonna get too fixated. We're just gonna talk about the finances, right? And I don't know if your people listen to it. One of my favorite podcasts to listen to is Bo Mark Jones. of the smartest black men that you can find in America, right?
I fuck with him because
So,
he shot out Louisiana a lot, so that's my guy.
oh,
He done
he
fucked
for
around
sure,
with
right?
them yellow women's down there.
But he said something that I never, and it's crazy. I never even thought about this, right? He was saying that a lot of people who are against these kids making money, saying, "Oh, like your boy Dabo." One of the dumbest things that I've ever heard Dabo say is, "Oh, well, if they make money, then they got to worry about taxes." So, and Bomani Jones said,
Niggas be
"Okay,
coming up with
why
anything.
don't you put them in?" He was like, "You are at a school that has a business school. Put them in the business school. Give them electives. Teach them about finances
Before they even get the big bag, they'll be
before you
equipped
even
to
get the
handle that.
big bag.
Yeah.
Before you get the big bag, you have these resources right behind you. You're at a fucking college." They never use that point because they never even thinking about that. They're not truly thinking about the betterment for these kids.
I'm gonna be real, and I don't care what age you are, bro. Because when I was in high school, I was a little sharper than that, bro. So I don't know what nigga in their right mind would go and want to play for a nigga like Dabo Sweeney, bro. Honestly. Honestly, and you could say because they just want to get to the league and they're young. It's like, nah, bro. When I was 16, 17, 18, I was way more militant and sharper than that to know that I do not want to go play for this nigga, bro. I don't know what all these other niggas thinking, but I'm hoping they thinking what I would be thinking. Hell no, boy. And hopefully that would send a wave throughout all of college football, just like Dion doing right now, bro. What Dion doing right now is huge. I'm telling you,
100%,
we
right?
gonna look back on
100%.
this in 10 or 20 years and be like, wow, that Dion did it, bro. Hopefully, hopefully, but I think
No,
it
I
will.
think so. I think so. I think so. And I want to show love and I want to keep it a buck, right? We've argued on my podcast with, you know what I'm saying, my boy Gerson, you know. He's been a proponent. He's been saying, like, yo, we need to get these black athletes to go to these HBCUs. And I always used to say, I'm like, I understand, but that is a big ask of these 18-year-old kids to go out there and be Malcolm X, or go out there to be Martin Luther King in the sports sense, right? Standing for something. Be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Who used to be Al-Star Sender and say, you know what?
Hmm.
I'm going to change my name. I'm going to follow the Muslim way. Kareem. Stand for something. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard, especially when they didn't grow up in that area. If you an athlete now, you're not really thinking about the whole racism and shit like that. You look thinking about two things: ball and hoes. So it's a
Yeah,
different era, right? And I've always maintained that. You know what I'm saying? And even when Dion went to Jackson State, I was like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what it's actually gonna do. Boom, what happened? Eddie George is coaching at HBCU now. You know what I'm saying?
that's why I was gonna go with it,
Um,
bro. I agree with you with that whole thing because that's been something that I've been talking about for years, bro. For years, I remember not, I like to go on these little tangents and shit, bro. My bad, but I
no, go ahead.
remember, I remember back in on live back in the day, like live '08, live '09, when I knew I was gonna just be a track nigga. I basically gave up on football and shit and basketball, right? I'll be making my characters and shit. When they say what college you went to, I would always put Southern, or I might switch it up. I'll put Grambling. You know what I'm saying? Just imagining, like, bro, that would be so crazy if a nigga from a HBCU fucked around and made a run in attorney and went crazy like a number one nigga went to the league. Like, I'm thinking about that shit way back then. You know what I'm saying? So this has always been something I thought about and thinking about how HBCUs would be back on top. And being back from Louisiana, I heard the stories about Graham back in the day when they was going to Alabama beating the fuck out them niggas and Bear Bryant saying, yo, we got to get us some niggas, bro. This not gonna
Exactly.
work. We got to get us some of
Exactly.
them. That's some real spill. I've talked to the old Graham players. One of my coaches went to Graham and was on some of them Eddie Robinson teams, bro. So I'm knowing it was crazy. They had to go get some niggas. They couldn't compete, and then boom, they see that, and then the money start coming in and out. Niggas they just going to these schools. Cause of the money, bruh. And then Nick Saban want to turn around and say, "Oh, cause it's not a level playing field. I mean, cause it's a level playing field now." Nah, get the fuck out of here, bro. I love it.
Get the
They
fuck
see the
out of here,
revolution
bro.
happening in college football. That's what it
Right.
is.
And the thing is because of the NIL, that gives a reason for these kids to say, you know what, I can go to a HBCU, right? And even then, like these HBCUs will never compete with these Power Five when it comes to money, right? We know that, right? But
It could,
to
hey,
finish my
if it keep
point,
going like it's going, it's possible, but not right
right?
now. No.
Depending on who it is, it depends on who actually goes to the school, right? Because it needed to take a Dion to
Mm-hmm.
break that door to say, you know what, it's cool to go to an HBCU because these kids did not grow up with HBCUs. They don't know about them, right? They don't. There's nobody to. If you don't have somebody in your family that's like a direct relative who you see all the time, you have
Mm-hmm.
no concept of that. I'll I'll give it up right now. I went to college in Tallahassee, right? So Rod, my co-host, he went to Florida State. One of my best friends, he went to FAMU, and I went to Tallahassee Community College, right? So we had the full Tallahassee experience,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't understand back then initially what made HBCUs so great. When I went to FAMU, and this is no shade against FAMU, this is just my thought process back then. I saw how it looked. I'm like, the fuck? Why would I want to come here, bro? This shit look like a jail, nigga. Y'all see
Mm-hmm.
Florida State, nigga? That shit look A1, man. Put me over
And that's
there.
not your fault, bro. You're telling the truth. They just don't have the
Yes,
money and the resources to. That's
exactly.
not your fault. That's not their fault. That just it is. It's what it is.
And that was the point I used to always tell Gerson. I'm like, bro, like if you go to these campuses, like if I go to Alabama and then I go to whatever the HBCU is in Alabama, the adjacent, I'm looking at these $1 million Nike gloves, $1 million equipment. I got a barber. Literally, Alabama has a barbershop in the training facility, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like giant flat screen TVs. These kids are impressionable. What are they gonna do? What are they naturally gonna do? It didn't take me. It took me till my third year in Tallahassee to where I saw the beauty in these HBCUs. It's not about the shit that's on the outside. It's about the people that come together to go to these places. You can't you can't recreate that kind of culture. It's there's
I,
it's nothing like it.
I
And
got a
that's the whole
partner.
thing of going to a HBCU. Go ahead.
I got a partner a couple of days ago. He was responding to something else on Twitter, but basically what he said was when it came to the whole Dion thing, he was like, "Yo, you can't beat culture at the end of the day. You can't.
At
You
all.
can't. It's just different." And I'm guilty as hell, bro. Like I said, coming out of colleges, I'm getting letters from all kind of schools. Southern and Grambling was knocking my door down, bro. Like I said, I had a coach went to Graham. He trying to push me over there to Graham. Half my family went to Southern. My little sister go to Southern right now. Like it's big in our family, right? My grandfather was a professor at Southern for 20 years, right? So they trying to push me. Nigga, I had my nose so high in the fucking air, but I ain't going no fucking Southern. Like my band was a big. I mean, my high school was a big band school, right?
Yeah.
Half my class went to Southern just to be in a fucking band. You know, that's just what it was down there. I ain't going to no Southern. What, bro? To this day, I wish I would have went to Southern, bro. To this day, all that I've accomplished, all the people that I've met, all the shit that I've been through, all of my experiences, would never trade them in the world, except if I would have went to Southern, bro. Real shit. And that's for me. That's saying a lot because I'm a nigga that don't regret nothing. I wish I would have went to Southern. To
And
this
that's
day,
the thing. You have that perspective. These kids, they don't know it. They don't know what they don't know, right?
yeah.
And it's gonna. And I bet you there's so many kids. I've heard people that were in the NFL, that's in the NFL right now that went to major schools who said, "Damn, I wish I would have went to a HBCU."
Hmm.
Because if you go to a school that has a HBCU right down the street, you're like, "Damn, it's way more lit. I feel more comfortable here. These are actually my people, right?"
But it's
And
just
go ahead.
different when you talk when you thinking at athletics, bro. Almost now it's hard to all the way say, hey, man, give the HBCUs a chance. Even now, it's hard for me to look a kid in his eye that could go to any school you want and tell him to go to HBCU, bro.
I'm
HBCU,
with you.
bro. The
I'm with you.
opportunities, the coaching staff, the facilities. That's why I like what Dion doing. Dion is kind of taking a piece of that and then planting it, boom, right there at Jackson State. You have the all-star coach. You have the all-star coaching staff. They're upgrading their facilities as we speak. He's making it happen because he knows what it takes to get these recruits coming over here. And then on top of that, you add the culture. When they really get the money to upgrade the facilities and put these type of coaching staffs in place, it ain't no fucking with them. And that's what Nick Saban sees. He sees it happen in live time. It ain't no beating coach. That's why he out here lying and talking about Lil Jackson State gave one kid $1 million, bro. From
Travis
where?
Hunter $1 million, and
Come on,
Travis
man.
Hunter
Cut
went
it
on
out, bro.
Twitter and said, "I got $1 million, but my mama is in a 3-bed apartment with 5 kids." Bro.
Come on, son.
Like,
Cut it out.
you know what I'm saying? And you bring a good point, and that's ultimately why I still maintain what I say now. Like, I would tell a kid, go to a major school, and then use what you have acquired to give back to the helping that way, right?
Yeah.
Instead of regretting that you never got a chance to go and you should have went. No, you did the right thing because and it's just the facts. You're gonna get better nutrition, you're gonna get better training, you're gonna get better coaching at these places. If your goal is to get to the highest level, go to where you have the best chance to get that. Just use what you've acquired to give back to these other places. You know what I'm saying? To build those things up because they could use it.
You know what I think will have the biggest impact? College basketball, bro. Because college basketball is in this weird but great kind of place where niggas is doing whatever for that year after high school, bro. They doing whatever. Got niggas like Jalen Green going to now. I love what they doing with the G League. The G League has like a program where niggas ain't gotta go to college. They go to the
Yeah, you
G
don't
League
gotta go to college.
for a year. They giving niggas courses on how to handle their money, get their mind right, therapy sessions, and preparing them for the league and all that. That's probably the best thing right now, honestly. But you have that. You got niggas going overseas for a year. You got niggas going to different schools for a year, like
You got
HBCUs and shit
niggas
like
who
that.
aren't doing shit. They doing nothing
They
but
chilling
training.
out. And guess what?
Just
Their stock
straight
doesn't go
training
down, which is beautiful.
at all.
They stock not going down. If you that nigga coming out of high school, stay in shape, do your thing, keep your tape fresh, and you're good. You're good. So what I want to see is a class of McDonald's All Americans or whatever, about 3 of them. Like Duke be getting a whole class of these one and done ass niggas. Get about 3 of them, bro. A class like that to go to a HBCU. Them niggas band together and say, hey man, fuck these niggas. We finna go over here and thug it for a year. You know what I'm saying? Soak in a little culture, stay right, and then we go into the league and watch them niggas succeed. That would change the entire landscape of everything, bro. I'm telling you, if it's successful, if it's mildly successful, these niggas stay healthy and still go lottery, bro. Still go first round. That's a success. If something like that could happen, I think that's easier in basketball. Football,
It's a
for
way
one, you
easier
got
in
to stay
basketball.
more years. It's a chance, knock on wood, a nigga get hurt, whatever. Basketball, that shit could happen, bro. And it don't take that many niggas in basketball to fill up a whole fucking, you know what I'm saying? These 3 niggas make a running attorney or whatever. Like, come on, bro. That's a story. And these other kids gonna
No,
see
it
that. They
doesn't.
gonna do
It,
the same
it,
type
it
of shit.
really doesn't take because in basketball, bro, if you have two real raw niggas, bro, you
There
can
you
win, bro.
go.
It doesn't because the little known secret about college basketball, a lot of these niggas is ass, bro. Like in college basketball, like they better
yeah.
than you and me. They much better than the average nigga,
Yeah.
100%. But on average, a lot of them niggas is ass, bro. So
Yeah.
you get two dope at.
That's why these little
Listen,
niggas
Zion
out,
by
out of high
himself
school
could
come
have
out and
took a
just murk shit.
yeah. Bro, Zion by himself could have took one of them motherfuckers to the fucking SC tournament, bro. He could
For
took
real.
any HBCU he wanted, bro. But you know what, man? Let's not indoctrinate, and that's something that I'm known for on my podcast, completely butchering words, bro. So I be trying to use words that I can't fucking use. But let's switch gears, man. Let's
Okay.
let's take it to what you are, the other thing that you're known for, bro, which is gaming, streaming, saying what's going on with you in your personal life, how everything going, you know what I'm saying? Like where we left in the last episode or the title of the episode that we did on my podcast. It was called Black Gamers Matter, right? And I think you were
hmm
actually the first guest I had on that series, right? So it was
Okay.
either you or it was either Smitty Chu, and I don't know if you know Smitty.
I think I heard the name.
You probably
Yeah,
heard the name, so I know it was either one of y'all, but I believe it was you, and I think you were the first person I had on that. So Black Gamers Matter, bro. So, where we left off, um, just like we said, we predicted or we saw what was going on with NIL. We saw what was gonna go on with Twitch.
for sure.
Me, me. You know me. I'm not into that. I'm still confused. You know, I feel like an old head. Like I gotta let y'all niggas have that,
Yeah.
right? But we talked about its potential.
Uh huh.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This shit has quadruple million times exceeded what I even imagined. And we knew it
For
was gonna
sure.
go. And it went even farther, bro. So how's been the experience on Twitch these past 3 years since you really got into it and got fully invested into the platform?
I'm be honest with you, bro, and this might be very anticlimactic, but I'm the least active streaming and just engaging in the whole Twitch thing in general more now than ever, bro, and more recently than ever. Honestly, um, is reasons for that. Uh, for one, I think I hit my peak interest of it probably around the time I was talking to you, bro, because it was way before that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I kind of. So here's the thing. I'm always on the road, right? I work on the road. I'm
Right.
always on the road. So I basically gotta rely on hotel internet, bro. My schedule changes a lot for work, and I could never come up with a consistent schedule.
Gotcha.
So, and that's very important with the streaming shit. You gain an audience. Audience expects you to be on at 6 every day, every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They don't see you there. They're like, okay, I don't know when to, you become iffy. Consistency is a lot, like we talked about earlier. Super important in the shit. I could never gain any consistency, bro. After a while, it becomes frustrating. And also after a while, I don't think I game as much as I used to, bro. Like I'm not as interested in the games that's out right now. So I literally don't game as much. Cause like it was a point where I wasn't streaming as much, but I was still on the game. Now, nigga, I be chilling. Like I'm not even on the game as much. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I don't even watch as many streams. I used to, watch some streams here and there, watch my niggas. A lot of my niggas don't stream no more. That's a huge thing to do with it. Like the people I started streaming with, my quote unquote class of streamers I came in with, them niggas not even really at it no more. Uh and I don't know. I don't want to niggas be saying I'm a hater, bro. I don't want to shit on other
Damn, dog.
people,
That
but
shit
it's just
sounded
it's
impressive
not
as
in a place
hell,
where I
bro.
even want to
Like
collab with niggas like that, bro. Niggas is weird, bro. Honestly,
that shit was super anticlimactic, bro. You was not playing, dog. God
I'm
damn. I was
you
like,
wasn't
this nigga
expecting that,
wrong.
huh?
I'm like, ooh, he finna come with that heat. He about to tell me about this whole dream and shit.
Nah, my nigga, I be chilling
But you
actually.
know what though? Nah, you know what though? This is a good way to diverge the conversation because it actually gives me an opportunity to take it to another place right now. I don't know how involved you are in regards to keeping up with other streamers. Like you say, you don't follow streamers like that because you don't have the time. But I wanted to talk about the politics of Twitch, right? Now that I don't know how fully invested you are. Again, me, I'm an outsider. I'm outsider looking in. I can't really speak to it, but I'm on Twitter. I follow a lot of black Twitch streamers,
And there's
and
always some
there's something
bullshit
that I
going
always
on.
see that's yeah, there's always some bullshit going on, and I just see a collective frustration from the black streamers because they ultimately feel like when it comes to all of these apps, right, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, especially, and Twitch, the black creators, the people who create culture, create the vibe, are never actually credited the way they are, and you're
That's a
just
fact.
always left to the wayside. You feel me? And I always see that from these black Twitch streamers, which is the main reason why I never ever gave a fuck to even get into it. Because I'm
Mhm.
like, I see all my contemporaries, all my black people, just pissed at this, and it's just like another system that is not really designed for us to actually get to the top. You know, you got your ones or twos, you got your barefoot contestants or whatever the hell fucking name is. I don't know. No disrespect to her, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Said
saying?
barefoot
You
contestant.
got
Yeah.
your you got your Sinju XL, them niggas, bro. But for the most part, bro, it ain't really for us, dog. So that perspective, go ahead. To
Uh,
piggyback off of that.
so when it comes to that, uh, here's the thing. Twitch not for us, bro. It's not. Uh, I think that's Twitch is one of those places that is so defined by male Caucasians that it's hard to really make a dent in that bitch. Not to make no excuse or nothing, but especially for a nigga like me. Unless you already have a heavy footprint in something like YouTube. You're coming from YouTube. Like what's the niggas that be doing all them skits and shit? RDC World,
Yeah,
them
yeah, RDC
niggas,
World, yeah.
or a nigga like Academics, or some of these other niggas that already grinded and did their thing on YouTube and come over and fuck with Twitch. It's gonna go. But if you're like a upstart nigga on Twitch, if anybody listen to this, you can feel played if you want. I'm just being honest, bro. Your ceiling is maybe like 130, 150 concurrent viewers, bro. Like that's what I've seen. I'm saying from my observation, bro. Like that's the poppinest niggas in this quote unquote black Twitch shit, which is great. That gotta be like top motherfucking 5% probably on
Yeah, for
Twitch if you
sure.
pulling in those type of viewers. Think about it. If you in a room and 130 niggas is looking at you, that's great. That ain't nothing to make no living off of. That ain't nothing to, let's say 15% of these niggas are sub to you. That's a $5 sub, which is really $250. Twitch taking 50% off the top per month. Like you my point is it's nothing to live off of. See what I'm saying? And I think that's another reason going back to this why, not that I said it's not worth it, because I still stream from time to time. I've been streaming this week. This is the first time I'm streaming consistently, but I still stream. It's not like I'm saying, "Oh, I'm not streaming no more." That's not the case. Or I'm not trying no more. That's not the case. I'm just saying I definitely don't take it as seriously because I
Gotcha.
look at it as something where it's like, bro, not that I'm wasting my time, but I'm a realist, bro. I'm an optimist too. I'm an optimist, but I'm a realist at the same time.
Yeah, but you just had to you had to recalibrate your expectations. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
had to recalibrate it. Like that's what happened with me in the podcast. Like I came in this shit like, ooh, I'm finna be Joe Button. Then I realized everything that went into Joe Button becoming what it is now.
It's just different.
I don't know, the fact that he was already a celebrity. He already had a YouTube channel called Joe Button TV with him and Tahiri for years, so he had a built-in
Bro,
fan
he had
base.
he had that. He was on the hottest uh radio show in the world before Breakfast Club in New York, the biggest city in the world, the biggest country. You know what I'm saying? He did that with
It was
Star for
called Love and
years.
Hip Hop.
He
He
did the
was
Love and
on
Hip Hop. It's a lot.
he was on the
It's a
show
lot that goes into
Academic.
success, bro.
Exactly.
Um,
It's about timing, it's about who you know, and it's about having that built-in platform, right? So
for
and
sure.
and you just hit it on the head. All the reasons why I never was like, you know what, I'm gonna get into Twitch. Just above all the, I don't feel like it's for black people shit. Again, with you, I don't game at all anymore, bro. I used to, saying y'all niggas might be mad at me, bro. You could call me a scalper or whatever, blah blah blah. But I was making my money flipping PS5s. I was hustling, bro. I was
Yeah.
flipping these things like hot cakes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got one upstairs right now. That shit don't even get turned on. It gets turned on for an hour a night to play Call of Duty Rebirth, bro. That's it. Cause I ain't even good enough to go in the main field, bro. Like I need to
Nah, I be
come back
going
to
down
try
to
to get my
Rebirth, bro.
shit back.
I done seen it. It be going down to Rebirth. For sure.
So I'm on resurgent. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You kill me. That's what I do. So like I'm not excited by games coming out. The only game that I'm even interested in is the new God of War. Everything else, and I know there's a lot of heat, bro. Like Elden Ring. I know Elden Ring is heat. I
Boy,
was
Elden Ring took
excited
my
to get
life for
that.
2 months, boy. For
I
real, that's
know
my
it's
shit.
heat, but it's just like I just haven't got around to getting anything, bro. So
Hmm.
I don't know if it's because I have so many different things pulling me or whatever. Because I used to be a big gamer. I don't have the passion for it. And then on
And
top of the fact that, yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just finna add to what I was saying, and I think that it's not that the audience not there, bro. So I'm gonna give you another little story. Recently, well, not recently, but like within the last year, like, well, no, like around quarantine time, right? I was looking at different like Twitch got so much shit, bro. Super dope platform. But I was kind of looking through their directory and they have a music category, right? So during quarantine, there's still niggas doing that now that I follow way back then, but they still own it every day. But it's like these Twitch DJ ass niggas, bro. They be mixing that shit, doing their DJ thing, like live on Twitch. They got their whole setup, and they be doing their thing. And I didn't realize how many like middle aged like black women and black people be on that shit. Cause it's like niggas like they playing Frankie Beverly and Maze. Like it's some older, got the pepper in their beards, like
Yeah, for
older
sure.
40, 50-year-old niggas, you know, them DJs that be like doing your auntie birthday and shit like that. Like them type of niggas. So, but I'm clicking, I'm just being curious, the curious nigga that I am. I'm clicking the people names in chat and I'm looking at the ads. I'm like, hold on. She look like she could be my auntie. Oh, she look like she. I'm like, where the hell did they find Twitch at? So I'm like, where did these niggas actually? I don't know. It gets confusing interesting when I'm like, okay, did they come from Facebook with this nigga? Like, are they here for him? Or are they just on the platform looking for shit? That's where it gets interesting. Because what I was about to say was I kind of caught myself and went to that story is the audience isn't there, bro. But like I say, maybe it is. When you have the biggest creator, and not the biggest, but the average big black creator averaging what I said earlier, what I notice is most of the people that's fucking with them, supporting them at every stream is other creators. You can't prosper like that. It's great to have that support. You know what I'm saying? That's great. But to really prosper, you need that coming from different places of groundswell of support from the platform itself. See what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be into the YouTube, you gotta be into TikTok to kind of centralize all that when you do your Twitch streams. All right? But Twitch itself doesn't, I don't think, has that audience. Except, like I say, but when I saw that kind of fucked me up. I'm like, shit, maybe they do. Because where Lorraine, that's 37 from Detroit, where she found Detroit? I mean, where she found Twitch from? So I don't know. It gets interesting.
Okay, so you explaining that, I have a theory. Again, I'm not no data scientist,
Okay.
I'm no data analyst, right? So, but you just explaining that, what I think two things are right. I think both points are. I think that Twitch doesn't have the audience, but Twitch has the potential audience if there's a reason for the audience, if that makes sense, right? So, not like YouTube, not like Instagram, not like Facebook, not like WhatsApp, right? And a lot of people, this is a misconception. People think that Twitter is very like popping. It's not. It's only popping. Like, if you're on Twitter, you think it's the most important app. It's not even. I think it was like 9th or 10th most used app in the or whatever, right?
For sure.
But those different apps, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube, those are things where there's always a reason to be on. So you don't need a specific person to follow to log into, right? Like, if you're not on Twitch, why the fuck would I log in to Twitch? I have no other reason to be on there.
Good point.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, I'm gonna be on there because I could literally look at anything.
That's why I say
And
the
I think that's what it is.
discoverability is trash. Like, you don't even know what you're looking for. They do have tabs now, and they just started that like last year, where you could go into a game or you could go into a category in a directory, and there's tabs that say, okay, black, and they'll only show you black creators or African American, whatever. They have that too, where you could click that, and all the niggas will pop up. Before that, they didn't even have that. So if you're going through Twitch, like you said, you only seeing niggas that you already follow. Unless you're in a directory of a specific game and you're going down, you go all the way to the bottom and you see a nigga like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've done that before just to
Exactly.
find a black person before they had the tabs and shit. So that's the problem with Twitch, the discoverability in the first place, unless you're in these certain circles and rubbing it, you know what I'm saying? It's to get found on there. That's why people misconstrued it as clicky. I don't think it's clicky. I think that's just how shit has to
What's
be done.
clicking? What does that mean? What is that
People,
like? Is
people,
that Twitch?
people like on some high school shit, bro, which it can be, but I don't think that's what it is in general.
Bro, this my bad, bro. When I just thought that was like
Like a
a
clicking, like
streamer
with a
term,
mouse clicky.
clicky, but I actually really,
Nah,
but you
nah,
meant
nah. That's
like
what I mean.
clicking up.
Like clicking up.
Clicking up.
Yeah.
So, got you.
Which that happens, but I think in any social group or any social setting that happens, people find like minded people, and okay, that's who I'm rocking with. And some groups might have more air quote more popular people than other people, and the people that's on the outside say, oh, they clicking up, they stopping your success or something. They not. It's just they got shit going on over there, but people will see that and they'll be writing this that, okay, let me go fuck with them because they got the motion going. Let me get my name in rotation and people will come over here. And that's really how it works, honestly. That's really how it works. Like, okay, you'll have a group of niggas over here, right? And let me give you a glimpse for you and people that's not that familiar with Twitch. You have a group over here. Let's say I click on on Lampy's. I got a lamp right here. I click on Lampy's stream, right? Lampy has person 1, 2, 3, and 4 in their stream. Okay? Person 1, 2, 3, and 4, well, in their chat. And they're playing with 2 other people, right? Person 1, 2, 3, and 4 stream also. The 2 people that they're playing with stream also. I click later on tomorrow. I follow all these people. I click on so and so's name tomorrow. The person that was streaming and person 2, 3, and 4 go be in the chat also. Plus the people that they was chatting with, like, and they gonna fuck with each other. So if I'm a new streamer, I'm saying, okay, I like these people. I want to fuck with them. And you get in with them, you're gonna get those audience, that group of people. And I think that's what people think about when they say it's so clicky. That's just kind of how life works, honestly. But
This is
that's
how
how it
life
is.
works, bro.
That's the
Yeah.
discoverability cycle of Twitch. But it'll be another group where it's a whole different group of people and they doing the same thing, but it'll be pockets of that, right? It's like tables in a lunchroom, bro. But that's how it goes. Some tables are bigger than others. And niggas might feel a way about that. But that's just how it goes. They grinding, they doing their thing. But unfortunately, that's how it works. Cause unfortunately for me, because I don't fuck with a lot of niggas, bro. But
Nah, perfect example, right? So, I don't. You probably know him or you don't, but I know if you have younger listeners, who's ever the young crew, right? I think it's called AMP, right? That's a perfect example. Those are all the niggas who were streaming 2K and they just decided to make a whole group. So
them
that's
2K niggas is
Agent
different.
Zero,
That's a whole nother
that's
animal of
Duke.
its own.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
2K and the
That
and
was
the and the
Duke
R
Dennis.
and the GTA RP niggas, that's a whole different world, boy. But yeah, I know what you mean.
So that's what it was. And
Yeah.
and if you look at all of their individual YouTube channels,
Yeah,
every single one of them
that's
niggas
what I was
has
about to
one
say.
sub.
Okay, they
Yeah,
all popping, but guess what? YouTube, right?
exactly. Exactly.
There you go.
No, think about it, right? So Speed, right? Speed is one of the bigger, like he's like 18, 19, whatever. He's a kid, but he's huge platform, right? And most people think he got popping on Twitch. No. Started on Twitch. He put his clips on YouTube. It went crazy on YouTube. And then those people who saw him on YouTube came back to Twitch. So and
There you go.
and that's not to discourage anybody, right? The reason why we're just highlighting that, me and you, is to give people that realistic expectation that they just see these people with all these crazy numbers, chat going crazy, like, oh shit, I could probably do that too. No,
It ain't finna be
there
like that.
is a reason why they got to that point, and it wasn't really actually because of Twitch. It was because of the marketing from an outside source
There you
that
go.
brought these people to Twitch
You
or
gotta
whatever.
grind.
And
You
that's
gotta you
something that
gotta
has to be said, bro.
diversify your portfolio to put it in
100%.
different terms for sure. More of that story.
100%, man. But let's leave the gaming alone, man. Let's just go ahead and wrap up the show and just get up with you. How you doing? How's everything, bro? What's popping, big dog?
Bro, listen. I tell people all the time with me, and that's not something I just be saying, bro. I really mean it. I'm in a place, and I've been here for a few years now, where it's never too up, it's never too down, bro. I found a nice pocket for myself where I'm good, regardless. I'm good regardless of my situation, regardless of my surroundings, regardless of my environment, regardless of my circumstances. I found a spot in myself where I'm good, bro. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people might call it selfish. No, I got people that been knowing me for years saying, "Yo, what's up with you? I'm good. I found it in myself. I'm all I need, bro." Once people figure that out, everything else positive in your life is just an addition. It makes your shit go up. And anything that's not for you and anything subtracting for that, you'll realize it right away because you know what you want for yourself. So it's easier to realize, okay, that's some bullshit right off dump. Boom. I'm good on you. And I feel bad about it all. No bad intentions, no beef. I'm good. I don't need that. So all in all, not to get on no moon rock shit on you, but yeah, bro, that's just what I've been on, bro. I'm always alright. Cause like I saw a tweet today that say uh niggas conversations be crazy because the wildest shit can happen, and once they realize he's not dead, they be clowning this shit, bro. That's how I am, bro. I'm good. I'm alive. I'm blessed, bro. It's up. In regards to what I got going on, bro. I'm still trying to, and I know it's crazy because I kind of been at it for a couple years now. Still trying to find my stride in exactly what I want to do with SMG and a podcast and different shows and different shit that I want to do, different type of content. I hope that me and you can find a lane and do more shit like this, bro. Because I fucks with you. I fuck with your vision. I fuck with your mic control. You know, all that, bro. Like, you really that nigga, bro. Not to be on your dick or nothing. So I really want to get into doing shit and not with just with you, but collabing with like minded niggas, which is hard to
Yeah,
find
for
in this
sure.
space, honestly.
For sure. Right. So let me give you a little personal story in regards to me, right? So I have
Hmm.
a friend and he's the person I look up to the most. It's a good friend of mine, Tim, right? I mentioned him on the podcast because he's a felon, went to jail, did a bid, came back, and he became an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? And he one of them dudes that he just can't accept. He can't accept you saying I don't know how to do it. That don't make sense to him, right? He's one of those dudes, and
Find a
this is
way.
a hood nigga, right? He gonna find a way. He gonna figure it out. But the reason why he gonna figure it out is because he's gonna put himself in the situation. He's not afraid to be uncomfortable.
Hmm.
And he knows that the only way to learn, whatever it is, no matter what you're doing, the only way to learn is to just dive in that fucking ocean, right? He jumped out the feds, opened up his own tattoo shop. Didn't know how to fucking tattoo. I seen some of his first tattoos, awful,
No
terrible. I would
shit.
not. You couldn't, bruh. He tried to start off.
And
He
nigga
like,
was like,
I'm
yo, I want a
young, bro.
tattoo.
There's some tattoos that he thought was the hottest shit, and I'm like, bro, that
Could the nigga
you
at
know
least
me, I'm
draw?
not gonna kill my nigga character. Bro, no, could not draw nothing. Bro,
That's real.
he literally he
That's real as fuck.
he jumped out the fence. He had the idea. He was like, I'm gonna open my own tattoo shop. I'm gonna be it because that's what he wanted to do. He opened up his own tattoo shop, and then he just put money into the promotion. People came, and he got better and better at tattooing. Right, like he became a full-fledged tattooer. Like,
Boy,
is he the
that's
best
amazing.
still? No. You're right. Is he the best still? No. Right, but he figured it out, and then he's like, you know what? I want to do grills now. And this is before grills has always been hard, you know, and especially in South Florida. Like if you in Louisiana, so you know.
Before that third wave of girls, before Bryson Tiller and them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So when
Yeah.
people think of grills, they think of Johnny Dang, they think of Paul Wall, like all that shit, like the
Yeah, yeah.
diamonds and all that. No, we talk about legit gold. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? 24 karat, 17 karat, 18 karat, like real gold. And that's something big down here. Like it's like a stamp of approval. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Niggas be slugged up.
a gold because it's bigger than what it is, right? It's a dunk in a gold grill. It's not just it's 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 like a rollie to us. It's our version of a rollie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
very
got you.
important. He was like, you know what? I want a grill shop. Okay. Hey, I guess. What did he do? He figured out how to do molds. He did this shit from the bottom. He learned how to make them. He learned how to melt them. He learned how to put them shit together. Of course, he fucked up so many grills, bro. Shit popped up, holes in them, all kinds of shit. But he wasn't afraid to be uncomfortable. And now he has two businesses, right? And then the money that he used from both of those businesses, he got in crypto, right? And this is to get to where we are now. He hit me up. He was like, he been blowing me up, right? And sometimes I feel bad because I can't always pick up every call. Sometimes I'm
Yeah.
tired, whatever, right? But he's one of them niggas like he want his niggas to win too. You know, that's the only reason why he calling. He not calling because he needs you. He's calling because he's trying to put you on too.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I always have love for him. And we got into it. We talking about this thing that he want to do. He created his own crypto. You know what I'm calling it? It's called Spillionaire Coin.
No
He has
shit.
his own, yeah, bro. For real,
It's
dog. For
that nigga
real.
for real,
Yeah,
boy. God
for
damn.
real. He's for real. He has his own game to support the crypto, right? All that kind of shit. And we were talking, and this is the flaw with him, right? He is so trying to be hands-on and master a million different things that he didn't realize a lot of shit was not it. And he showed me his website, built the whole website for the crypto and everything. And I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is this, that, and that. And he said, bro, thank you. That's why this is the reason why I called you, and this is the reason why I want to work with people because I have different perspectives. That's
Right.
what it's about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't
Hmm.
even think of that. I didn't even think of this. That shit didn't
Right.
even cross my mind. That's why I've been calling you. That's why I need you. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's what I think a lot of people fail when it comes to trying to put vision to other people. Because ultimately, I had to learn this the hard way, dog. You can't want something for somebody that they don't want.
Man, listen. Amen. That's gospel right there, bro. That's gospel. For sure.
Like you can't. And I had to learn that the hard way. And you know what I'm saying? And that's why you would want to share something with the people that you fuck with the most.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, you gotta gravitate towards people, like you said, that are like minded.
For sure.
Because that is where the value is. Now, if you have somebody that's like minded, they could see something, a room of improvement from here, and you could provide that room of improvement, and somebody else could do it. But as long as y'all are like minded, no stopping y'all, bro.
Yeah. For
There's
sure.
no stopping y'all. Now you're gonna have our friends where they can't do shit, and we the ones that always got to do
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But they see the vision and they trying to be a part of it too, dog. But yeah, dog. And you know me, I ain't trying to go on too much of a tangent, dog. But I just wanted people to hear that story. And the main takeaway that I want people to have from that is don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Put your whatever your idea is, you're gonna figure it out.
Go for this
You're
shit.
gonna figure it out. You're gonna figure it out. Like, and for you saying you're not really sure what you want to do. Me, I am going to be 33 years old, bro. I was born in 1989. I finally said and put my mind to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I want to be a project manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm a supervisor right now. I manage people. Why would I just stop at being a supervisor? I like what I do. I like managing people. I like facilitating.
Mm-hmm.
I like helping people get better at their job. Let me take it to the next level. Let me make as much money as I can doing something that I
Right.
actually like. And I avoided being a supervisor for years.
Yeah.
People been telling me because I never wanted that responsibility. And then I finally said, fuck it. I got a daughter now. I need to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, damn, I should have been to this shit.
Right. 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 Who
You
knows
know
what
what I'm saying?
opportunities you would have had? You know what I'm saying? But hey, timing, bro. Shit happens for a reason. Divine timing, bro.
It's all
You're
about
exactly where
timing.
you need to be right
It's all
now.
about timing. But again, I was afraid to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I like what I was doing. I like complacency. I like having what I am. Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is a good position to be in because it's gonna force you to be better.
Right.
That's just what it is, dog. So
That's real.
I mean, that's my little tangent, bro. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? That's my
Nah, that's
little
some real
tangent,
shit,
dog.
bro. I dig it.
So, yeah, man. So any last things, bro, before we close the shop,
I'm
my boy?
good, man. Once again, bro, happy we could finally do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it should happen more often, bro. It should happen more often, bro.
100%
I
what it is, dog. Matter of fact, I'll shoot you the number, or we could keep communicating on Twitter. It don't matter, bro. Like
for sure.
I as long as I know and I could plan, then I'll make it happen, bro. Because I make time for people who are serious.
For
That's
sure.
really what it is. If you're not serious, then I don't got no time, bro. Like,
I
no,
did.
kick rocks, bro.
For sure,
But if
bro.
you actually serious, and that's not you, obviously, I know you, but I'm just talking about to the people who's listening. Make time for
Yeah.
people who actually are worth the time, dog. So, but I appreciate you, bro. Like, that's the one thing about me and you, dog. We chopping up like we talk every day, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
that's
crazy.
real cool shit, man. So appreciate you, dog.
For sure. Much love to you, man. And we'll get up later, brother.
Hey, yes, sir.
All right.